Welcome to another episode of Risk. This is another classic 4-player fixed card game with blizzards. And after observing the situation on the board for a bit, I decided that it might be the best to go for Africa. There were just too many of other players' troops in North and South Americas, and with the white player having a lot of troops in South America, that was very likely for him to go for it, and usually it isn't the best idea to fight another player for a continent. So not having many troops neither in Europe nor Australia nor even Asia, I saw Africa as the best continent choice. So of course I'm not sure what my opponents are going to think with me going for Africa, whether it will be fine with them of me capturing and holding it or not. The black and white players sent the alliance request to me, which I gladly accepted, so I assume it will be fine with them. So then just not sure how about the yellow player. Judging by the stats, he seems to be the least experienced player here. And usually the more an experienced player is, the more unnecessary attacks he tends to make, so it could be a struggle for me if he doesn't decide to be a friendly neighboring player. As the European player, he has the best access to invade my borders than any other player on the board, though I could invade him easily too. But with both of us potentially starting fighting, it could possibly ruin the game for both of us. So I would rather not fight him. So this is why I sent him the alliance request, and hopefully he accepts it, or at least stays neutral towards me. Judging by the stats, the black player seems to be the most decent opponent out of all of the three, winning every third game on average he plays, having a winning percentage of 30%. The white player wins every fourth or fifth game he plays, having a winning percentage of 22%. And the yellow player wins every seventh game he plays, having a winning percentage of 14%. And without waiting any further, I decided to finally capture Africa as soon as possible. I just want to see whether my opponents will be fine of me holding it or not, and if not, then I think I will just build my troops to one big army. I don't think the black player would consider invading me with him being quite far away. And then, as I said, not sure what the yellow player's plans will be as a low-rank player, and then the white player building a bigger army on the territory of Brazil looks intimidating too, even though he is my ally. But yeah, he invaded the yellow player, so everything is alright. I still hold Africa, and then the yellow player getting attacked by white will be paying his attention to him while probably letting me hold Africa. And I think that's for sure. The white player's attack made him accept my alliance request. So everything couldn't go better to me. And with the black player just invading him also, I think the yellow player is going to treat me as a very good ally. So that would be really good to end up being with him in a 3-player situation for sure. Well, as long as I wouldn't need to attack him. So anyway, I'm not sure how the game goes. So for now I think I will stay neutral and use the African turtle strategy, the strategy in which you build a big army in the territory of East Africa while not really guarding your other two borders, so that wouldn't be bothering neither the South American player nor the European player. Ideally you make the alliances with both of them, and as you can see I did, so that's awesome. And I mean, even if you get invaded, then you will only lose a few troops, so that's not a big deal at all. And then, also ideally you don't want to have the Middle East territory captured, so your army would be unleashed and be ready to attack in case of some opportunity coming. But it is fine if it's blocked also, as if it is, then the Australian player will be less intimidated by your army. And if you turtle, then you just mostly wait when your opponents destroy each other anyway. I would have considered attacking yellow. But one thing, he was at 4 cards, meaning that he would strongly retaliate to me after trading in a set, so because of that I would have needed to crush some more of his troops and hope that the white player would have a set to finish him off, and as you saw he didn't, so I think that's very good after all that I didn't attack yellow. Though he didn't have a set at 4 cards either, so I do not know how that would have ended. But with him ending up attacking black, I think that's very good. The yellow player seems to be a lower rank player who could potentially take the alliance very seriously, and because of it I think I would prefer to have him in a 3-player situation with some other player being eliminated from the game instead. So for example, with a black player, I think I will be sneaky and wipe him out from Australia. The yellow player attacked the black player by himself, so I assume he is going to really appreciate me. The black player will be mad on me of course, but with him ending up being cut off from me, he won't be able to do for me anything before going through yellow or white firstly. But yeah, I forgot about the white player possibly being able to take the yellow player out after trading an A set. So after all, the diplomacy-wise, I think I didn't end up being in the best situation ever. I wiped black out from Australia, so now he is probably going to dislike me, and that puts me into a diplomatical disadvantage. So that's unfortunate. The yellow player got eliminated. For some reasons I thought he will stay in the game, or at least won't be eliminated immediately. Anyway, I'm not really sure what I want to do now. Probably it wouldn't be a smart idea to let the white player hold Europe, and especially when having both of my biggest armies blocked. The white player has the same amount of troops as me and then is going to get a bunch of them more, plus additionally trading an A set being at 5 cards. The black player seems to be barely alive and could be really taken out by the white player for sure. Then the white player would attack me, ruining my bonuses, so then the white player could win for sure. And this is why at the end I decided to invade him into Europe, and that's it. I want the white player would still possibly consider taking the black player out instead of attacking me like crazy, in case if I had attacked him quite more. And alright, he is still taking the black player out. Though I'm not sure if I really like it, as actually I see that he might be able to win now. So maybe I should have attacked the white player quite more for sure, and not being afraid of him retaliating strongly back. But alright, I'm not sure why the white player after invading Africa just simply stopped. He could have either tried getting the attacker's advantage by blitzing my unleashed 19 troops army, or ruining my Australian troop bonus by taking over Australia himself. As with me having a set at 4 cards, I was going to invade him into South America anyway, so I think he should have definitely tried doing something more with his biggest army. As now I might actually take over the advantage right now, when I assume he would have had the advantage. But alright, he actually has a set at 3 cards, so that messes my plans up. And yeah, of course he invades me into Australia. And all that I have left is 9 troops army, which is really useless, being left blocked on the right corner in Asia. So if I had fortified that army to somewhere else, then I might have been able to invade Australia, but now I was only able to invade South America. So anyway, I fortified my army to South America, and there's a chance that the white player might fail to get to it. As you can see, he still did, but I'm invading him into Australia now. And then I'm supposed to trade in a set before him also, so I think I'm really winning this game. Unfortunately I wasn't able to fully capture Australia, but hopefully I will get a decent set. And that's right. Fortunately enough, I have a 10 troop set, so I won this game for sure. And now let's check out what were the ranks of the opponents. And alright, the white and yellow players were intermediates, and the black player was an expert.